What's going on, everybody, and welcome to J Sports Seattle. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Mariners. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. School just started back up for me, so I won't be able to upload as much, but I will be sure to upload at least once or twice a week to keep you guys updated. Probably going to be more Seahawks stuff, but I will try to make more Mariners videos as well. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Mariners. I'm going to be talking about the past couple series we've had. I'm going to be talking about the next couple series we're going to play. And I'm going to be talking about our playoff chances as well. So if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Mariners and Seattle sports content. And let's get on with the video. Alright, so the Mariners just finished a game not too long ago against the Royals. We beat them 3-1 in the series. I was watching the game when I had a little break between classes. I was only able to watch the first couple innings, and I think we were down when I stopped watching. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, we were. We were down when we stopped. I think we were down like. Actually, no, we were tied 2-2. We were tied 2-2. When I stopped watching, I think that was like what, the fifth or sixth inning. I don't know, fourth or fifth inning. I don't remember. But yeah, I missed the Julio homer, and I'll get to that in a second. I'll get to him as well. But this was a must-win game, and we won it, and must-win series too. Although it was a little bit harder fought than I thought, considering it's the Royals. I know they have been hot coming out of the All-Star break. Like Bobby Witt Jr. has been going crazy. He's been hitting like dang near like 370 since the All-Star break, or something like 340, 350 since the All-Star break. Mikael Garcia, he's been going crazy since the All-Star break. He had like 5 straight games. Before this game, he had 5 straight games of first inning hits, and I think he's on like an 18-game hitting streak. Like he's going, like everyone's heating up. But we were heating up also. We were on a roll. And even though we lost against the Orioles, we still had momentum going into that first game. Even though we were down, we came back and even had a chance to take that game in the 9th when Julio put us up. But Brash sold and blew the save, so we didn't get the sweep, unfortunately. But we did win the series, thank goodness, because I feel like a tie series would have been kind of not good for us in our playoff hopes. I mean, it wouldn't really do much to our playoff chances. We'd only be like a game and a half behind, but we don't want to be a game and a half behind, especially when the Yankees and the Red Sox play each other next. So definitely got to keep an eye on that series for sure. But getting back to this, yeah, so a lot like this series was hard fought. It shouldn't have been. There were so many base runners left on the bases. I think in the last game we had like 12 base runners stranded. That's not good. That is not. I know we won, but that's not good. We should have blew these guys out. Like, if we want to show that we can make a deep playoff team and show we are a team to beat, we have to beat these teams convincingly. These bottom feeders. I know, and we play Houston next, so we have to be on our A game. I feel like we do play to our opponents' levels. That can be good. That can be bad. But we shouldn't have the series shouldn't have been as close as it should have, because one or two different plays and the Royals could have tied it up or potentially even dang near win the series. So I'm glad we were able to pull it out and get all 3 wins, or at least 3-1. Win 3 in a row. So glad to hear that. But moving on to the rest of the schedule, like I said, we play Houston next. But we do have a little bit of a nice easy schedule. We have to go to Chicago and play them, but then we come home and have a 6-game stay-at-home stand against Kansas City again and Oakland. We haven't lost to Oakland this year, knock on wood. I think we're 7-0 against them. And then we play the Mets, and they're not too hot this year. I think in one of my previous videos I might have said that they're like us, but no, they're below 500. They're not really doing hot right now. The Reds, they're kind of like us, but they're only a few games above 500 last time I checked. But I think they are in a wild card spot, or at least tied for a wild card spot last time I checked. So they're good, and that's gonna be a good series for sure. We got to play Tampa Bay. That's gonna be rough. We got to play Los Angeles again. I mean, we did sweep them, but can't take this series lightly. But I am moving ahead. I was just going to talk about the next few, but we do have a nice stretch after this Houston series, so hopefully we can at least take 2 out of 3. If you take 1 out of 3, I mean, that's fine. Not really, but I guess we have to take it. But since we could rebound against the weaker teams, but we got to continue winning against Houston. We got to show dominance against these guys, and we got to show them that they shouldn't have swept us in the playoffs the way they did last year. It was every single game last year in that playoff series, in that divisional series, was super close. I mean, 18 innings. Are you serious? In the first game, we choked. So, yeah, we got to beat these guys for sure. Show that we're better than them, and we can beat them. And I think we can. I mean, they got JP France up. I think we can at least. He did well against us last time, but I think we can get him this time. Then we got Valdez. This dude's insane. And then we got Hunter Brown. So we actually got to go up against their good pitchers. We don't have to go up against their ace. I'm blanking on his name right now, but we don't have to go up against their ace right now. So I mean, unless Framber I feel like Framber Valdez is their ace. I think I could. I mean, no, yeah, they have Verlander, and we don't have to play them, and now they got them back. So at least we don't have to go up against their aces. Valdez is probably one of their best. I think they're number 3. But after that, like I said, we got easy schedule. So hopefully we can continue winning. And like I said, like I said in one of my previous videos, keep it like a ratio of like for every one loss, there's 3 or 4 wins, and they've been doing that. I mean, I know we took 3 straight L's, but we won 8 straight. So that kind of, and now we won 3 straight. So we kind of got the wins that we kind of got the wins back. But we got to continue. We got to continue pushing. So hopefully we can keep winning. But moving on to the wild card spot, or wild card standings, we are only a half game behind Toronto. Half game, folks. We were tied with them at one point, but we went on that 3-game losing streak and lost it. But we are only a half game back, and we have to keep it up. Boston, like I said, Boston and New York, they play each other. So I think in this series, you kind of want to hope for like a crisscross. I think you may want to root for the Yankees in this one to win the series, but honestly, just make sure that it's split 2-1 either way. But yeah, these guys play Cincinnati, and Cincinnati is a good team. I think they already took an L. No, they took an L against Philly, so they gotta hopefully they can take an L against Cincinnati as well. And if we win our first game tomorrow in Houston, that'll put us back. And they lose, that'll put us back on the wild card spot. So tomorrow is kind of a must-win game in order to put us back in that final wild card spot. But like I said, there is a lot of games still left, so don't have to really fret. Sorry about that. Don't have to really fret, but definitely want to, at least we have to put ourselves in there and make sure, and gives ourselves a lead. And if we can catch Houston, that'd be great, but I still don't think we're going to catch them. So at least settle for that 6th seed. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can beat Houston. And I mean, if we beat Houston, I mean, we really, really want to win this series, because if we do beat Houston, that can potentially put us only 1.5 games back from their spot. That'll put us in the final wild card spot, but that could put us like a game or a game and a half back from their spot. So definitely a must-win series. I don't know what will happen though. They're kind of they did just finish playing the Angels, and they clobbered them. They played the Angels before, but they played the Marlins this last series, and I think they won. I think Marlins only took 1, but yeah, we gotta win. We gotta win this series. This is a must-win series for sure. So, looking forward to the game tomorrow and in the next few days. We'll see what happens there. But speaking of that Julio homer, and Julio, we have to talk about this. First off, I'm gonna play it. I've only seen it a couple times since then, so my reaction is still gonna be pretty fresh. Like the replay, so my reaction is still gonna be pretty fresh. So still insane. So actually, like, oh my goodness, holy moly! And like Goldie is saying right now, a nuke, a colossal blast indeed.
With 20 homers and 20 stolen bases in each of his first 2 major league seasons.
Did you catch that? I'm going to repeat it again in case you didn't catch it the first time. Julio Rodriguez is the second player in MLB history to have 20 homers and 20 stolen bases in his first 2 seasons in the league. I don't know. I don't know if he says.
And is that one to remember? 5-4 in the 8th inning.
He doesn't say like who the first one is. I don't know off the top of my head. But that is absolutely insane. Like, he made history. Sorry for the voice crack, but he made history. And this dude is gonna be. This dude belongs. First off, he needs to get back into he needs to be the leading batter now. I feel like he's gotten his rust off, and I think he belongs in the leading batting spot. I feel like him being in the second spot kind of hindered him a bit. Him being in that first batter spot, he's confident, and putting him back in that leading batting spot, due to JP being out with the concussion, has probably put his confidence at its highest, especially this game. This game is a huge game right here, because this could be a huge could be a huge momentum swing right here, and we can go on another win streak, go on another run, because this guy put the team on his back, carried today, scored 5 of our 6 runs today. He is the sole reason. I'm gonna shout out Cal for that homer to give us that insurance run, but Julio Rodriguez, he is the sole reason why we won that game today, and the sole reason why we won the series. He was the sole reason why we even had a chance to sweep it in the first game, but Brash sold. If Julio can continue to rake like this, oh my goodness, we are going to possibly we can finish with 95 wins easily. We could go on another win streak. If we beat Houston and beat all these bottom feeders, we could, here, I'll go back and see, win. Let's see. Let's see. I'll go for the next 12 games. So the next 12 games, if we can win 9 or 10 out of those 12, and Toronto keeps losing, that can put us firmly into the wild card spot. So if this game if we can continue momentum after this game into Houston, that'd be great. And we still have to go to Chicago afterwards before we get a 6-game homestand. So, but Julio, man, this is the reason why we paid this guy a 10-year, $200 million, up to $350 million contract. This dude is going to be an AL MVP in the future, I feel like. I'm predicting it. I don't know when. It could be next year. It could be 2025. It could be 2026. I feel like it's going to happen. The way he's playing right now. And he's only 22 years old. Like I said, I'm 20. I turned 21 in less than a month. He is only a year and some change older than me. He's 22. And just think, baseball primes do not start until your mid to later 20s, and they last longer too, because a baseball due to the nature of baseball as a sport, and well into their 30s. So this dude has a long future with us ahead of him, and ahead of us as well. And man, management did a really good job putting this guy in, putting him in the thick of the fold, and he's just performing. He had a rough start for us first start of the year, but he had a better rough first start of the year, if that makes sense, than last year. And now he's at a 2. Last time I checked, he's at a 2.67. I think he leads the team in batting average now. Let me check. .269. Yeah, now he leads because JP was at a 2.66. So he leads the team in batting average now. And he before this series, I think he was below a 2.6. I think he was damn near a 2.5. And he rose it all the way to a 2.7 basically. That is absolutely crazy. If he keeps it up, he could and he keeps raking. Like I said, he could finish with over 28 homers. He could get 30. And maybe a 2.8, 2.75, maybe 2.8 batting average. That's a huge year, and that deserves that All-Star nod. Even though he was, I think a reserve or not reserve, an alternate. That still deserves. She shows he belonged in that All-Star game. That is crazy. This dude. I don't know what to say. I can say he's gonna be the next Ken Griffey. I can say he's gonna be the next Ichiro or whatever. But I can't even say that. He's just Julio Rodriguez. He's just the next Mariner great. That's it. He's not the next Ken Griffey. He's just the next Mariner great. He's gonna put his name in Mariners history books. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer, whether in the Seattle Mariners Hall of Fame or in the Baseball Hall of Fame. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer either way. So, I mean, he has 2 All-Stars already in his first 2 years. So if he gets another Silver Slugger too, I don't think he will. But if he gets another Silver Slugger, that's absolutely nuts. But I don't think he will, because Jordan exists. Well, actually, no. He's a center fielder. But I think it's all outfielders in general. So, but yeah. Like, this dude is insane. Absolutely impressed with the front office, with the way they've handled him. Once he stops chasing, like I said, he's 22. He had a sophomore slump, and he's only 22. And that's what people need to realize. People are other people want to say that Julio is a bust or whatever. He's 22, all right? Like, come on, man. And he's having a really good year so far.
Alerts on apartments.com. You'll
Sorry,
never miss
Goldblum.
out.
Sorry. Not now. But, yeah, like, this guy's the next Mariner great. And hopefully he can continue to rake, because if this guy will, our playoff hopes, he can take us as far as he can. That's basically it. And depending on the rest of our team, once we get Julio back, I mean, not Julio, once we get JP back and once we get Kelenic, hopefully Kelenic can start heating back up, because he was on a little bit before. I know he was on that hot streak starting the year, but he cooled off real quick. So hopefully he can come back from that foot injury with more vigor, especially after fracturing his foot and missing time. And you saw his interview. I saw his interview. He was crying. He took full responsibility. Obviously, you got to take full responsibility for that. And he said he let his teammates down. And honestly, I feel like that moment fueled the team. That moment fueled the team. Because oh, look at that. I just noticed Boston is getting blown out right now by Washington. That is a massive W. Go, Washington. Let's go. But yeah, Kelenic, yeah, he said he let the team down, and I feel like that sparked the team. I feel like the team was like, you know what, Kelenic, we got you, man. We got you. And that they sparked a run because of that. Just like the Jesse Winker, just like the Jesse Winker fight in the Angels game last year. That was like the turning point of that season. This I feel like that was a turning point for this season. Was Kelenic breaking his foot, fracturing his foot on that water cooler. And I'm sure a lot of you agree as well. Like that was a turning point. But for next year, even if we do make the playoffs this year, for next year, I do want us to start off strong and finish strong, because we got to win a division. We should be able to win a division. I feel like with the talent we have, with the core we have, if we add more in the offseason next year, we can definitely win the division in the next couple of years for sure, and make potentially, if not this year, in the next couple of years, make a Super Bowl, make a World Series run, and make our first World Series. I've seen predictions that the Mariners are gonna make the World Series in 2025 or 2026, and that's very possible. And Julio will be entering his prime. We might have, who knows what our lineup will look like by then, but Julio will be in his prime. That will be the ultimate constant, is him. Maybe Cade Marlowe will still be here. He's been doing well for us. So we'll see what happens. But Julio, man, you've got us. You've got us. You're the boy. You are the man. You are the man. You are him. You were him that game. Seriously. Julio, you are my guy. So I love you, Julio. I'm sure you guys do too. No fly zone. Every time he does a no fly zone, I always crack a smile, and I always do it with him, because it's so iconic, and it's gonna stick with us for years, just like La Piedra. Sorry if I butchered that, but The Rock or King Felix, So. But that's all I have for this video. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Mariners and Seattle sports content. And comment below on how you think we are going to finish the rest of the season. I know I've said that a lot, but, based off what we've played in the past, what you think we can do. So make sure to comment as well, and just share your thoughts on Mariners and on Julio or any of the players or anything Mariners as well. I will be making another Seahawks video probably over the weekend. I probably will make it after the Cowboys preseason game, though, just because I just got to make sure I have everything ready for prepared for school and whatnot heading into next week. So make sure to stay posted for that. But once again, thanks for stopping by. Have a good day, and Go Hawks, go Mariners, and go Kraken.